Vitale, Vitale Wealth Management with the Grady Investments Weekly Market Update. All data gathered as of August the 12th, 2024. Let's get into the week in review. Stocks were mixed for the week as the softness of the jobs report continued to create some concerns about economic slowing. The S&P was down 0.2, but remains still up almost 13% year to date. The small caps had another down week, like negative 1.32 for the Russell 2000, but are still up 3.48 year to date. The bond prices were down last week as the U.S. aggregate was down 0.82, but is up 2.36% year to date. Both the 2-year and the 10-year Treasury yields rose during the week, which is a headwind for bond prices. So we should start to see the bonds come back as a result of that. Let's talk about economic release coming up. The CPI came out today on Wednesday, actually. So that's what's coming out. But it did come down today. The markets are reacting favorable to that. Because it was 2.5% for the year, but 0.02% increase, which was better than expected. So they're liking that. They're worried about, they're going to see if we're going to have rate cuts. They're anticipating one in September. We'll see how that goes. Market outlook, economic data will be closely watched after a slower than expected jobs report created some concerns regarding a slowing U.S. economy. Inflation data and retail sales are being closely scrutinized for trends, but also warning earnings reports for Walmart and Home Depot this week may provide more insight into the consumer trends as well, and Home Depot didn't have a good report. In our opinion, in the gradient opinion, the U.S. economy is not headed toward a recession this year, but both GDP and job trends have been slower in the back half of 2024. We are starting to see some layoffs. We're starting to see slower activity. We still see a lot of debt, highest debt we've had, over 40% in the last 3 years. Let's talk about recent activity. The Core Select removed automatic data processing, ADP, and O'Reilly, and purchased Pfizer. The fixed income total return portfolio was rebalanced and added positions in investment grade bonds and mortgage-backed securities. So that's, again, we talk about always rebalancing every quarter. Stocks in review, CanView, which is owned in the G50, reported quarterly results that beat expectations on both sales and earnings. The maker of Vino and Band-Aid products called out productivity gains that improved gross margins. Global Payments, GPN, which is owned in the Core Select and G33, reported quarterly results that beat expectations on sales and earnings, and the company adjusted earnings grew by 12% and maintained expectations of 11 to 12% this year. So some good news among everything else, right? As we get into the election season. So that concludes this week's market summary. Thank you so much for being part of the Vitale Wealth Management family. If you'd like to get a hold of us, give us a call at 855-756-5700. Visit us at vitalewealth.com. Remember, we got the Shred Day coming up Thursday, the 22nd here from 11 to 3, and we're going to have lunch. Bring any shredding that you need to bring, and see our new office. We renovated our office a little bit here, so come by and say hello. God bless you. We'll see you again next week.